Hi everyone, please pay attention. This is the course everyone waiting for. The laptop power sequence. Please do not miss this course because this video will help you fix any failure in any motherboard very quickly. I'm going to teach you the power sequence and how voltage is distributed in the motherboard. So please stay tuned and make sure you watch the video until the end. But please don't forget to subscribe, share and like the video. Please, because your likes really motivate me to create more videos for you. And for anyone who want to accelerate learning, you can join me in my Patreon page and I can be your mentor. All links in the description. And welcome to your comments and questions. I always do my best to answer all comments. So as you can see here, we have the adapter, okay, and we have the battery. And here, this is basically the motherboard. So it's rectangular or square here means an IC, okay. Here we have adapter and battery, and power is RC means the main voltage B plus. It could be 19 volt, 18 volt, 15 volt, 12 volt, 5 volt, depending on the type of the laptop. Let's assume, for example, here we have 19 volt, okay. So the B plus could be generated by this adapter here or by the battery. Do you see the arrow over here? Okay, and the charger here BQ24707, this is basically the charge IC, okay. So the battery is charged by the adapter via the BQ24707, okay. So let's assume that this motherboard take the voltage from the adapter. So here we have P plus. Do you see this bold line? Okay, so this bold line over here means this is the main voltage, 19 volt. So 19 volt will be applied to all big circuit in the motherboard. For example, do 3.3 volt 5 volt circuit. Here we have TPS 51125. This IC basically has the purpose of generating 3.3 volt and 5 volt. And of course, for this motherboard, we have also plus 15 volt always. So this is basically the schematic for Dell Inspiron 5720, but please, the working principle is always the same. So how the voltage is distributed within a motherboard, please pay attention, because if you understand how the voltage is distributed, you can fix and figure out the problem within any failed motherboard. So as I told you, here we have the main voltage. So here we have 19 volt applied to all circuit in the motherboard, including the 3 volt, 5 volt circuit. Do you see? Here we have the B plus. The RAM circuit, we have here 1.5 volt and 0.75 volt. So basically here we have DDR3 RAM, okay. And also we have here the VCC card, the 1.05 volt for PCH or for platform controller hub. The PCH basically is the chipset that gather other chipset rather than the processor. And also this IC, as you can see, for the processor. Do you see? We have here plus VCC core plus VCC GFX. So once those IC, for example, let's take the 3 volt 5 volt IC, once it receives the 19 volt and of course other enable signals. Do you see? We have here 3.3 volt enable always on. So without these enable signals, nothing will be generated. So basically those signals are generated from the SIO or the super IO. So once it receives the main voltage here or the working voltage and enable signals, it will generate 3.3 volt always and 5 volt always. Please pay attention here, focus here, because we have here always means those voltage are always present once we connect the adapter. Do not neglect, please, to understand the power sequence, because understanding the power sequence of any device will help you a lot to master the PCB field. Please, before diving into the course, we'd like to give a huge thank you to the sponsor for this video, PCBWay. PCBWay offers many services ranging from PCB production and assembly to 3D printing and a variety of materials. CNC machining, sheet metals fabrication, injection molding, and more. PCBWay makes it easy to get custom parts for your project, and if you don't like to work a lot with a soldering iron, they can even assemble your PCBs for you. That's the PCBWay. Now back to the video. Okay, once we connect the adapter, we have these voltages. Okay, we called it always. Okay, so other voltages like suspend voltage and ramp voltage, as we have here, do you see SAS, suspend voltage, and ramp voltage, as you can see, are also, so we can call here the S5 states. Do you remember, please, do you remember states? I have already made a video about power states, a very important video. I will put the link of the video in the description. One of the most important videos in my channel. Power state. Also, if you understand power state, you can figure out easily and very quickly what is exactly the problem in the motherboard. So here we have the S5 state, okay, and here we have S3 and here we have S0. So for the processor and the RAM voltage, as you can see, we speak about S0 states when the laptop is totally on, the laptop working on, okay. But S5, we have just the always power, the 3.3 volt, the 5 volt, the 15 volt, etc. Okay. So once this IC generates these voltages, those voltages also will be applied to other switches. You see here we have load switch here. Okay, so basically switch here means the MOSFET. Do you see, guys? We have here BQ. So please remember always Q or BQ is for MOSFET. Here we have BQ. Let's see Q. Here we have BQ, okay, and here we have Q. Do you see here we have load switch Q4? So always Q for MOSFETs, and U here, as we have here U or PU, as you can see, are the reference for IC. So please remember, okay. So those voltages will be applied to other switches or MOSFETs in order to generate what? To generate the 3.3 volt, another type of 3.3 volt. We called it 3.3 volt SAS or suspend. This 3.3 volt is used on other purposes in the motherboard. So of course, in order to generate this, those MOSFET should first receive another different enable signals we call it suspend on, generated from the super I/O. Okay, so we have here other MOSFETs. Do you see, guys? We have here rel. This is another step of voltage distribution. We have rel, means running, means the laptop is running completely. Those voltages are generated in the S0 states when the laptop is completely running. That's why the enable signal here is what? Is rel on. Okay, here we have SAS on and here we have always on. So this is the same for all circuits, for example, here this is here another circuit that generate the 3 volts or the voltages for the RAM or the random access memory. Here we have 1.5 volt, as you can see, and 0.75 volt. This is basically the stop voltages are not always, those voltages are not generated once we connect the adapter. No, those are generated when we press the power button. Okay, that's why we have here SAS. not always. We have 1.5 volt, and the VTT means the half of 1.5 volt. We have 0.75 volt. Okay, and of course, based also on this voltage, that will be applied to another switch. Over here we have load switch or MOSFET BQ25 FTC6550BN. Okay, it will generate another type of voltage. We called it the same here, 1.5 volt RAM. Okay guys, the same also here for the processor, for this IC that generate the VCC core for the processor and the voltage for the graphic card or the GFX. So this is how the power sequence is working. Please, if you have any question, if you didn't understand anything in this video, please in the comment below. I always do my best to answer all comment, and also in the description you gotta find, of course, the power state, the link for the power state videos, where you're gonna find what is the states S5, S4, S3, S1, S0, etc. One of the best videos that you will enjoy a lot, and that will help you to understand and to troubleshoot efficiently any failed motherboard. And of course, you're gonna find the link for the Patreon page for anyone that want to accelerate learning. You can join my Patreon page. I can be your mentor, and you will get my number, and I can be in contact with you one-on-one and help you fix any motherboard you have until you fix it 100%. So thank you very much, and please don't forget these references: U and PU for ICs, PQ and Q for MOSFETs. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.